Hi everybody, Assalamu alaikum and a very good luck to you all. This is Hayder Ali. Welcome you to our CPSC's online learning corner. In fact, I feel like very amazing to offer you an important session focusing on the scene passage from your English for Today book. Okay, let's get started. Dear learners, here you can see a very common word saying, that is, slow but steady wins the race. Okay? That means you guess that today we are gonna practice scene passes. Okay? We are gonna practice or to discuss a very common story. Can you remember what is the story today we are gonna practice? We are gonna talk today, right now? Okay, I'm taking you to introduce to you the story. Can you think what is the picture about? Obviously, here is a picture about a tortoise and a hare, right? I believe that you know the story well. Here, what's the picture about here? You can see a tortoise and a hare. That means a race competition, right? Dear learners, let's go to see the passage. Here, I want to remind you that before starting to read out our text or scene passage, we should know some new vocabulary. Okay? We should be introduced to some new words. Okay? That's why this is a part before starting the story. You are getting introduced to some new words, right? So dear learners, here you can see unit 14. That means the story of tortoise and the hare is from unit 14 from your English for Today book. Okay, learners, here some important vocabulary you are getting with. Okay, that means I'm going to focus you to remind you some important vocabulary. Here the first word is forest, right? Do you know forest? Yes, forest, that means a place covered area with tree, right? Learners, second word is on and on. This is a phrase. It means continuously, right? Dear learners, the third word is asleep. Sometimes with the people when we become very tired and then we feel some drowsiness, right? Here is asleep instead of sleep. It's our natural habit. Behind, that means the back side. Okay, behind is one kind of preposition. Learners, almost. You may be asked to know the very word almost means very nearly, about, right? Then you can say furious. Do you know furious meaning? Furious means very angry, in a very angry mood, right? It related to your sentiment and attitude. Steady is also very new word to you. Steady means smooth, regular. That means to continue something. Suppose you are walking, you are running, you are reading, and very continuously, steadily. It's raining steadily, right? Leonard, the last word you can see here, competition. It's very common to you, right? Competition, you know, because you've practiced or you've taken part in a number of competitions, that means sports competitions or any other competitions. Here the story is about what? About a race competition, right? Between a tortoise and a hare. Okay? That's why you can say competition means here contest. That means, you are being introduced with some similar words. Because in your question item number 1, you have to face to identify some similar words. That means you have to solve a column A and B in your question item. using the very similar word, right? That's why I've let you to introduce with some new words in the meaning English, okay? So learners, now I think you are very well known to some new words before starting the text, this story, okay? So let's go. You know the story, right? Here I'm reading for you the story. One day a hare was walking in the forest when she saw a tortoise. The hare was the fastest animal in the forest. The tortoise was the slowest animal in the forest, right? The hare called out to the tortoise, "Hurry up! You were so slow. Can't you walk faster? Yes, can you run?" The tortoise felt angry and said to the hare, "Why don't we have a race? Maybe I can win." The hare launched and laughed. "Sure, I will win," the hare said. They agreed to start next to a big tree and finish at the river. They called their friends to watch. The hare stood before the tortoise and the race began. The hare ran quickly, and in a few minutes the hare was out of sight, right? This is the first part, that means the starting part of the story, right? Learners, here you may not know some new words here. You know, forest, you've already been introduced to the very word. So hurry up means be fast to do something. Here I think there is no new words for you. There is purely new words for you which are unknown to you, right? But because I have let you to introduce the very words which may be unknown to you, right? So learners, here you can see race. Race means the running competition, the running contest. Sometimes you have taken part in our field, in yearly sports program, right? Learners, here in other words you can see a few minutes. A few minutes means there is something by a very short time. Out of sight. Can you see out of sight means something get lost from our eye power and eyesight, okay? The learners, now this is next part of the story, right? Here I'm reading for you. The hare said himself, "The tortoise is very far behind. I can see the finish line. I have time for a nap." The tortoise walked steadily on and on. He didn't stop. Soon he passed the sleeping hare. The hare slept for an hour. When he finally woke up, he looked at the finish line. He could not believe his eyes. The tortoise was almost at the finish line. The hare ran as fast as he could, but it was too late. The tortoise crossed the finish line and won the competition. The hare was furious. The tortoise looked back at the hare and smiled. Then he said the very word, the very saying, very popular common word saying, "Slow but steady wins the race." Right? And this was the structure at the very beginning I've shown you. Okay? Slow but steady wins the race. This is the moral lesson here from the story. Right? Learners, now I want to let you here to know you some new words here again. Here you can see nap. Can you know the meaning? Actually nap means sleepy, very drowsy. Sometimes while reading you feel very drowsy for going to bed, right? That's why nap means sleep. Suppose you are very tired, you are very exhausted, doing a lot of works, then you feel some nap, you take some nap while taking rest. Learners, here is another word for you. I can show you: slept. Slept, this is the first form of sleep. And almost, there is another word, almost. Understand? This is adverb in parts of speech in grammatical term. Learners, here almost means I've shown to you sometimes before. Almost means here what? Very nearly. About to happen something. Right? Almost. Not so much, but very nearly. Then here is another word you can see. WON. One. Sometimes our students make this mistake in spelling the word very correctly. Right? This is not own. This is one. This is the past participle form of win. Then the word you can see that appears to you, competition. Very common words as well. Competition means contest. Right? Race is a competition between the tortoise and the hare. Furious, you also came to be familiar with the very word furious. Furious means very angry, right? So, and the next last word, slow but steady wins the race. This is the moral, this is the proverb and the wise saying from the story. There is a lesson for us. Okay? So, Donna, this is the story I have read for you. Now, we are going to practice the question number 1, which you may face in your exam. Okay? Learners, you can see. What is the title of the questions? Title is match the words of column A with similar meanings of column B. Okay? Can you understand it? Obviously. Here, before answering the question item, you should keep some tips in your mind. What is that? Here, in the left column, you can see the 5 words. The number of the words is 5. But in column B, there are more than 5 words. Here is 7 words. Something that means 2 words are extra. Okay, learners, you should do what? You should match the English meaning from column A with column B. You should choose the very correct and suitable word. Okay? So this is question item number 1. Today I am practicing. Okay? I let you practice. Let me introduce to you the question item number 1 from your English for today book and syllabus. Okay? Learners, here you can see nap. Can you understand what should be the correct one? Nap means what? About nap? Sometimes you think it. About nap, oh, very easy. Actually, there may have another correct word for it. Drowsy or sleepy. I have told you sometimes before, drowsy, the very word, while giving you the very meaning of the word nap. Right? Here, drowsy. Drowsy means, okay. So, A plus 4. This is the correct matching of the very word nap. B, angry. Furious in mood. Furious in attitude, sentiment. Very angry, right? So, race, what? This story is about a race competition and contest. Here, race means what? A contest by running. Running contest, okay? Learners, here behind is a preposition. It means very backside. What? Can you choose the word here? Meaning is? No? Her behind means at the very backside, back part. Okay? Learner, next word is almost. I have told you the meaning. Almost meaning is very nearly. Here you can say nearly. Okay? So learners, today I believe that you've been introduced to your question item number 1, how the question will be in your exam and how you will answer. Okay, learner, to solve, to write, to keep the correct answer from the question item number 1, you should do what? You should have a lot of vocabulary. Okay, you should have a number of words, that means similar words. This is a new lesson for you, which you might not practiced before. So learners, there are some specific techniques to write this very answer in answer question in your answer paper. So learners, here you think A plus what? Nab? Trousie. You should write A plus 4, then write the word nab, give you space, and write the word from column B, drowsy and sleepy. Okay, learner? So, learners, I think you've learned this lesson and you will apply it in your exam. Okay? Next, can you say it? Homework. There is a beautiful home here. Sometimes we all the people desire to have a very beautiful palace, a beautiful home, because home is the only place where you have to go and you have to come out. Okay? What is the homework for you today, learner? There is another question item from your scene passage. Actually, there are 3 questions item from your scene passage. Okay? 1 number question item you've just introduced, and now question item number 2, and there is another question item number 3, that is question answer. Today we are not going to practice to question item number 3. So as your homework, I've given you true and false. Okay? You will find 6 sentences based on true and false from the information of the passage, right, learners? But here you should keep in mind, if the statement is false, you should not write the correct answer. Okay? There is a opportunity for you. If it is true, you should write only true. If it's false, you should write false. Okay? But number 6, every sentence contains 1 mark. Okay? There are 6 sentences here containing the mark 6. Okay, learners, you should do your homework, okay, by reading out the text. The hair ran quickly. Sometimes you should think, you should feel impressed, you should be in a fix which one is correct statement and false statement. To remove your concern from choosing the very true and false, you should go through the passage very well. So learners, I think you will do your homework, and I believe you are very conscious, you are very serious to your health and education. So again, I'd like to welcome you to our next session, next online learning corner. Okay? So learners, thank you very much. I hope you are doing well with everything, especially to fight with the very pandemic situations. You are following the rules of sanitizations and hygiene, like you are making social distance the crowd, washing your hands, using masks, using sanitizer. Okay? So good luck to you all, and thank you all. Thank you very much. Bye.